Check, check. What's up, Internet? Welcome to the whatever episode this is in the series. 10th? I don't know. But it is our second day of inking. As you can see, we got some inking done around the top here. And now that I'm a super professional, I got my sound check done so that I'm not talking to myself for an unknowable amount of time. Um, so, last time I was doing this, I had bought a little set of micron pens and I was using those. So we got a 05, 02, 03, 01. And I was using the 01 for certain details, and I didn't think the line was fine enough, especially get in around here, around the eyes, the eyelashes, and details in there. So I thought, I'm going to have to go get a nib on this, of course, my trusty Stettler fine tip. I love these things. So I figured, oh, I got to go get a nib. I didn't treat my nibs very well last time, and I threw them away. So I had this ink lying around, and I cool, I got the ink. I'll be fine. And I'm even holding it above the drawing right now. It makes me really nervous. Um, and it's not dried up. Feels fine. Uh, so I went ahead and just got these speed balls. I don't really like the Master's Touch brand of stuff, and these look like rusted, but it might be a wax coating on them, which is standard for them to come with some sort of coating to prevent rust. Um, I don't know, because I definitely probably ruined my last ones because I didn't clean the coating off, and I tried to clean them with a lighter, and it something caught flame, and I just left the nib in a weird shape. You'd think stainless steel could stand up to a lighter. Apparently not. I don't know if I burnt the oil and that like made the nib all brittle. I don't know. I don't know. It was crazy. But this has a couple of handles. In case I don't like the big one, I'm probably going to like the big one. But then, if I can avoid using this at all, because like I was with the ink earlier, just having it near this makes me nervous. If it was my art, I'd say screw it. I'd be happy to live on the edge, but so I also saw this micron that's smaller than the smallest one I have, and if this does it, then I'll stick to this so that I don't have to go crazy um, and take any chances with this stuff. But I bought this anyway because I've been wanting to mess around with this stuff for a while, and I didn't get the calligraphy set. I got the sketching set, which has a lot of finer tips. Um, which I did want to do some calligraphy, but I never figured, you know, I'm definitely going to want to check out and make sure that I got a point fine enough for the job. So that's what's going on here. We'll see how that works. First things first, I'm going to swatch this though to see if it's truly small enough to use here. Um, and if it's not, I mean, it never hurts to have another pen around. So we're going to swatch this over here and we'll see if this is. I think this is fine enough. I think this will do. All right. Well, that saves me from having to use the nibs, but I'm sure I'll use that soon. All right. Well, all that out of the way, let's get right back to it. And I'm going to zoom you guys in here to the bottom, here to the bottom of my table so that I can move the piece around and work here comfortably at the bottom of the table. So I don't have to stretch my arms out, bust my shoulder. I got an old injury on that shoulder. I better do it like that because otherwise it's going to be way too in my face. Maybe you guys can see my sexy legs from there. I charge extra for the beat picks, guys. So special treat today. All right. Um, let's just. I guess let's start on these bricks, and I think I'm gonna do the bricks, and because they're in the background, I'm gonna grab a two, an O2. And if I get quiet, it's not because I don't want to talk to you. It's because my brain is already at max load. It's hard being an artist. And, you know, the cost add up. So if you guys want to help offset that, you can go to my Subscribe Star. I don't know if I can accept donations via Subscribe Star. I don't know how it works. If I need to set up a PayPal, I've seen some people just have PayPal. But anyway, if you go to my Subscribe Star and subscribe for $1, we're gonna go get a scan of this from Kinko's once it's nice and cleaned up, and then you'll be able to go to the Subscribe Star and download it. It'll be the first thing I put on there. But for $1, that's not a bad deal. Plus, you'll get some, hopefully, a lot more stuff in the future. I plan on doing some tutorials so that we always have access to those. And if you go in now, you'll be grandfathered in. So that when I'm super famous and it's, $50 to get to my Subscribe Star, yeah, right. But maybe five, right? Maybe when it's $5 to get in my Subscribe Star, you only have to be paying $1, and you can brag to all your friends. Be, oh, you idiots! I joined when it was $1. Now you're paying 5 times as much because you weren't smart enough to get in the ground floor. But I knew better. I saw potential in this guy. Now you're all fools. Fools, I say, fools! Well, whatever you want to say. Doesn't have to be that. Really hard to go to the lobby of hobbies and not buy a bunch of stuff. I'm lucky I got out of there buying as little as I did. I don't really have the money to spend in there. Oh, that brick's small. Oh well. I've been bereft of a compass for a while, and I saw one that was decently priced. I was tempted to get it. Just like I can't be buying stuff, only absolute necessities right now. Like I can justify this $3 pen, but it wasn't that expensive either. Like I said, it was a good price. But that's how you turn a $20 expenditure into a $30 one, and Gotta be frugal right now, especially I used to do Uber driving, and that's a mess. They screw you real bad. They sent me out to the boondocks. Who knows where I'm at? 15-minute drive, and then when you get there, the order isn't there. Somebody else picked it up. And they used to compensate you, but they stopped compensating you. They're just like your SOL, buddy. And I got pissed off after so much of that, and I haven't been wanting to do it anymore. So it's really, really uncool, really unfair. Just do the other bricks. And I got to the point where I was like, I want to sue these guys. There are there are workers' rights here in Texas. Doesn't matter where your app is from. Texas will sue you. It's just so messed up. It's like, no, you called me out here. I don't see the difference between that and being called into work. In Texas, if you're called into work, you're owed compensation. So I don't know how they're getting away with it. This company just got so skeezy. They got so greedy during COVID, and now their skeezy practices are hung over from that, and it's just trying to screw everyone they can. I don't know. That's just what I think. Could be the case. And if I get a job that's not a part-time deal, it just feels like I'm giving up on this. I don't think I have it in me to do both. I have seen in the past that I do not have it in me to do both. And this just makes it hard to have any money, but the other way makes it hard to have any peace. So I have to choose what I want to sacrifice. Um, guess I should do this book. I'll do this book in a three. Let me look at my swatch. Didn't I just use this two for something? Oh, for this. Yeah, we'll have to do it in three. Oh, wrong one. It's like, that seems thin. Great. I grabbed the 003. Definitely going to use a ruler for some parts of this book. You can't even tell what I did here. So I better clean that up with a pencil before I hit it, maybe? Unless I can see. Make sure I'm being quiet. Want to make sure those lines are nice and straight and parallel, especially parallel. This song is so distracting. I can't even tell you what it was about. It's inappropriate. Oh no, that's a little off. Damn it. It's not as perfectly parallel as I would have hoped. It's okay. That's okay. Gives it a little bit of a natural look. I think it's the second song by this band that I really dislike. God damn, rock goddess, they just suck. Out of the songs I've heard, it just sucked. But man, they sucked. Can't imagine anything good coming out of a band that does something so horrible. All right, get this one straight. What's up with this pen? Look at the quality of that line. It's so awful. I think maybe that's why I don't like these because you can't tilt them. I mean, in this case, it works out. I can leave it, but normally that would be really unacceptable. Oh boy, I hope that's straight and parallel. It looks good. But again, the quality of that line, I try to do it better too, but this song's cool. Fist. Name, rank, and serial number. That's pretty cool. Good, I got a stupid fly in here. That was a damn cool song. I like it a lot. I'm gonna add it to my list on a probationary status. I may remove it later, but for now I'm enjoying the hell of it so much. Uh, don't be dumb. Well, what are you doing? Oh, I'm so annoyed by this. I'm trying not to badmouth my red button overlords, but they don't make it easy. I wonder if that was weird. And I went ahead and doubled up that line because I don't trust this pen. That or I trust it to mess up. Ow! 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 Oh, I really need another desk. I do that like every day. Oh, oh. It wouldn't be a problem if I could raise it higher when my knees weren't so spread out. Oh, this is why good art desks don't have sticks right there anymore. Oh my god. Oh, what absolute torture. I'm gonna switch to this for the inside of these so I can use an art line. Great, don't like that, but I wanted it to be bold. I did the crystal ball bold, so this should have some elements that are bold as well. And maybe I'll fill in these faux symbols completely. Why not? They might have looked pretty cool in red, so that it was like blood, but that's just me. Normally I don't bang my knee so damn hard on the damn thing. But yeah, I really went at it. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I got to color in a little part of this myself. I'm afraid that the elementals might be too thin to use this pen on. If I was super careful enough, maybe I could do it. But as you can see, I've already messed up here. Nothing we can do about that except lean into it. So we'll switch pens. At least we got to do the elemental sharpness in that. Look, you see that? That's a measure of control I don't get with the microns. So I'm saying I prefer these. I need to find a very fine for that. Maybe I should stop talking during these things. Maybe my art will come out better. But then no one will engage with me. And I would really like it if someone would engage with me. It's just nice to have some company. I didn't really get the streaming thing at first, but that really helps me focus and do my art and actually get a lot more done than I would otherwise. And it's probably because like I'm really distracted. I'm so damn ADD. If I don't have like, if I'm not conscious of having to be present for the audience and I'm not present for myself. My mind will wander, I'll get bored. This really helps me push it, stay focused. So, even if nobody watches or engages, I'll still keep streaming, hoping somebody will. We don't have to talk about art either. We talk about video games, anything. When I first started the stream, I had a buddy come on, and all we would talk about is politics. Ugh, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm here to do art, man. I want absolutely nothing to do with politics. And some people say all art is political, and I think you're absolutely full of bull's feces. If you think that's true. Well, even if you make art, it's not supposed to be political. You're making art that says that you don't want to be political, therefore making. Shut the hell up. That's what you sound like, you stupid dork. Go away forever. I'm gonna grab this 003 and add my squiggles. Squiggles, 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 squiggles. Squiggles look like writing, but they're not. But they might as well be, because that's all writing really kind of is. As long as you're informed by shape language and know a tiny bit about writing, there's a reason all runes are made of straight lines, for example, and that's because that's the easiest mark to make in stone with the current available tools of the time, or in wood, as it were, or whatever have you. Whereas you get beautiful flowing curves once paper is invented. So as long as you keep some uniformity to your squiggles, some theme, maybe these squiggles are all straight, maybe these squiggles are all curvy, maybe there's a blend of them. Then you can make something that looks like language. Nice. Get out of here, fly. I don't got time for you. Oh, come on. The thinner the line, the harder it is to get a nice curve. So I gotta go faster. Gotta go faster, faster, faster. Gotta go fast, fast, fast. But this SOB micron doesn't really want to go fast. It doesn't want to go fast. It's really getting stuck on the page. It's cleaner than the other side, but it'll pass. Oh, great. That's off too. Just wonderful. Oh, don't like that. Sure wish I had that drafting arm, or at least those that map making parallel thing, line parallel line making thing. I think I'm gonna have to get one of those until I can afford a drafting arm. That might be enough. Doesn't make me super happy, but looks like it's gonna have to do. Hmm. Song's pretty cheesy. Kind of makes me want to eat some cheese. Not my original meaning, but I do like cheese. Oh, that's a little off. That's okay. I think I'm in a foul mood since I busted my knee on this damn desk. That's what's really going on. That was brutal. Brutal. Holy smokes. Take this out of my pocket so it stops making my leg uncomfortable. No phone and wallet. Ah, much better. Huh. All right. Where do I want to go now? Oh, looks like I'm dropping some frames. I'm going to give it a second to catch up. There it goes. That's weird, but it looks like we're good now. And if I should outline my Raven friend. He's in the background, so I think I'm going to do it in a O2. If this was a tattoo, I'd be using a lot more exaggerated line weight. I don't think you need to do that in a coloring book kind of thing. Get out of here, fly! Go away! Oh my god, that's gonna drive me crazy. I'm irritable today, guys. Sorry. Who likes to fly, really? Yeah, I should have done this line first. Now I've got little tiny parts poking in the scan. I'll probably remove those, but I got to be careful not to do that because this original's going to my friend. To make sure that we go with the curve of our hand, I'm just going to be turning the piece here. All right. Let's do some of his other features. Let's do the eyes in this as well. Try not to bust my knee again. Although I'm certain it's inevitable. I think maybe I can learn my lesson for at least a few hours. I will soon forget and have to learn this lesson again. But in the meantime, okay, just because our bird is big, I don't want to put I don't want to put details that are too small on him, or maybe her. Who knows? Should have done this like this in the first place. And yeah, we can do the rest of his details now. And I know one. We should be able to grab them all from here. Oh, I don't know about that. Might have to turn it for that. And I tried my hardest not to do any hatching, but it was kind of unavoidable when it came to the details of our raven friend here. It would have been an unkindness not to do any details. Ah, ah, ah. That was clever. That is my lot in life. I get to be clever all to myself because I does not play well with others. Yes, I do. My friends love me, but nobody got time for this. I guess the second week of October or something, I will be taking some time off. It's precisely so I can visit my friends. I mean, I don't even know what I did with some of these lines. But whatever. I mean, I don't even know if that's supposed to be there. But you know what? That's what I think of that. I'm okay with all of that. About this. That I'm not so sure, but I think I should put some of this. That's too much. But maybe a little bit of that. That might have been a bit too much, too little, so forth, so on. That's okay. We are just scribbling at this point. Not gonna lie, we're just scribble scrabbling. just doing scribbles anyway. We don't need to actually draw on every detail. We just need to make a semblance of them. That's what we're looking for. A semblance of detail. Oh, yeah. Dang, that bass riff gets me every time. Steve Harris. If I was a lady. I can dig it. Let's go here because I didn't like the. This was so formless. But that's okay now. Matter of fact, we're going to add some random stuff here. Some doobly does there. Some more gooble gobble this way. Just like so. Do 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 do. Let's grab that 2 again. Where'd you go? Finish lining our raven. There you are, sir. Thank you for joining us. All right. Now what I want to do. But now I spend my time looking all around for a man that's going to the ground. Until I find him, I'm never gonna stop searching. I'm gonna find my man, gonna travel around. Cause I'm a rap child. Well, I'm a rap child. Yeah, I'm a rap child. I'm coming to get you. Oh, yeah. Well, I think maybe I should start outlining our princess. Maybe. Maybe. What is this? This is to clean this up a tiny bit. Damn micron stutter. I need you to stutter. Alright. I mean, we could do these bricks over here. That'd be easy. Or we can do these vines. Let's do the vines. Let's start out with a 1. And then we'll go thicker as we get down towards the bottom and the thicker vines. Why would you do that? When there's empty space at the end of the song. Get out of here, fly. I already taunted it a second time. That was an ugly line. Barely pulled it off. Oh, this song's pretty bad. I really wanted to like it. I think they have better music though. Maybe they just didn't do that great on this one. That song's pretty bad. It got some cool parts, but oh, what a tangled mess. I think the only thing to do here is to add more stuff. Make it more confusion will actually be less. How, you ask? Well, just trust me. Which, if you know anything, you should know not to trust somebody who tells you to just trust them. But yeah, that looks better. What if I do it like this? No, this is better. Huh. I made a mess there. That's okay. I thought this would be more interesting if it came across this way. That is more interesting. Should I switch to an O2 yet? Maybe. What the hell's going on there? Guess we're going to have to do that. And I hate eating healthy. It's the worst. It feels awful. I see why so many people aren't able to do it. I mean, I know that feeling awful from being sick is even worse, but it's really awful. I have a little bit more sympathy now. Not a lot, but a little. And for that kind of thing, anyway. Not that I was giving fat people a lot of grief. I've been a lot fatter in my life. I'm still a hefty guy. Man, been struggling lately. What I've been doing, it been sticking to my diet really well, but it sucks. If you guys have seen, you know, I'm used to going like 4 hours, no problem. Before I need a break, but lately I've only been able to do two. I've been doing 2.5, 2.5. That stuff starts killing me right away. I mention it because I can already feel it clawing at my insides. Let's go over this one. It doesn't help that drawing always makes me hungry. Your brain is your most energy intensive organ. Right now, even though I'm being pretty quiet, I'm still using the old noggin quite a bit. Make decisions about this drawing one after another. Try and transition this one to a two right here. Just gonna need that one in my offhand. That sounds pretty bad too. There's parts of this song I like, and then this. Wow, this song really is pretty bad. Hopefully, I get a second win, because not, I'm not going to last very long. I don't have anybody chatting me up today, so. And I've been doing so much talking lately that I'm kind of empty. I already don't much care for the sound of my own voice, unless I'm singing. Then it's all right. But I'm not a super chatty guy. Wrong business, I know. But normally I got something to say. But since I've been streaming every day, I guess it takes a bit more stamina than I realized. Sure, if I thought about it, I could come up with something to blab about. Certainly got plenty of opinions. I just want to draw, or maybe it's that these vines are Really mentally engaging for some reason. I want to get them so they look nice. I think they look okay so far. I feel like I could have done a little teensy bit better though. Oh, it's really hard to tell even what's going on. Which is okay. It's supposed to be a brambly mess. And apparently, I'm obsessed with that word brambly. Brambles. Not that anyone said so. I'm just like guessing I am. I'm used it a lot recently. Habitat Sport. Sorry, you guys aren't great. I love my German power metal too. So I don't know if these guys are German. Maybe it'd be better if they were. I don't know what language you're speaking. Anybody out there trying to learn a new language? trying to give Nihongo a go. Haven't been doing very good at it lately, though. I had the I had the ability of a drunken Japanese 3-year-old, but that might be fading because I haven't been practicing too much. I have been. I have been increasing my vocabulary a tiny bit though, but figure I do a little bit of vocabulary, a little bit of structure, and a little bit of vocabulary, a little bit of structure. Don't really have a great starting place, because um, if you got nothing to structure, then what do you structure? And if you've got no structure to put your words in, how do you use the words? So I'm trying to build both of those up just a little bit at a time. Some of it's starting to stick. Some of it. Great, really ugly up that line. Some of this, guys, is because of too overconfidence. These lines, it's taken me a while. Pure hubris. I wanted to save some time, so I didn't go in and absolutely clean everything up before I went in, especially here that it's like super messy. And you may be thinking, oh, he regrets it, but I don't. Um, I don't regret it at all because that's how you get better at doing it. Just got to dive in, guys. And I'm being like hypercritical of myself. It's not that bad. If it was that bad, I wouldn't even show it to my friend for whom this is a gift. But, you know, I think it's a good thing to be critical of everything you do and not beat yourself up about it, but be happy that there's somewhere to go from here, somewhere up. Otherwise, where do you go? What do you do? Imagine how terrible it must be to be perfect. I know you go, what? Hector, you're not perfect. I know, I know. Sure seems that way. I guess I'll stop there. That's good enough. Yeah, there's a lot of tiny little mistakes in here that the every single one strikes at me. Every time a line isn't as perfect as I want it to. It's probably from tattooing. Always trying to make that perfect tattoo. Always trying to get those perfect lines, those perfect edges. And then, like, I don't know, you look at other people's work and think maybe they're just better than you are, you know? Went to school for it, know what tools to use, practice a lot more, all the stuff. But I mean, I'm just being down on myself. This is actually pretty good. Ow, ow, ooh, that hurts. It's pretty good. I don't have to beat myself up so much. I'm gonna go to the five from here. What happened to my music? I'll have to check on it in a second. Uh oh, damn it. Oh, it sucks. What an ugly mess I made. Alright, don't panic. We can fix it by. Oh, I see. Stop that. We're just gonna put in yet another vine behind that one and hope not to mess this one up as well. And we'll black that out right there. That's just the way it is. We'll mess that up so ugly. The hand didn't want to do it. Yep. Almost lost that line too. Okay, maybe I tensed up for some reason. Later, my eyes got crossed. Sometimes my eyes get crossed. You know what's funny? Is if you're not that good, they put you on inks. Like, I forgot who got his career. Started. He sent in a bunch of work to Marvel, probably. I think, if I remember the story correctly. Can't remember who the hell this is either, who I'm talking about. But he sent some work in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you want a job?" And they're like, "You can't do pencils yet, but we can let you do inks." So he did inks for a long time, and once they're like, "Hey, try your hand at a book." But some people are just better with technical stuff, like they're just got steady hands and make nice clean lines. I mean, I'm barely getting there. Barely getting to where I have the confidence to make something like this. And I'm sure they're not as opposed as I am to using a little correctional paint, right? A little white out. I do it all the time. And especially since their work is going to be um, copied and cleaned up when it goes through the printing process, or more accurately, they're the ones cleaning it up for the printing process. Anyway, I wouldn't mind spending a day for a real pro. Marvel or well, not anymore. They don't got anyone good anymore. I don't know, but like spending a day with Jim Lee, or I'm not even sure who's alive anymore. Joe Quesada, someone like that. Like I was about to say one dude, and he's dead. I don't want to speak ill of him. I really love his art, but Silvestri, I think, is still alive. I really dig his stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing what process he goes through. And I'm sure they have like, what do you call those? Um, like their own kind of instructional stuff for sale somewhere. If I had money, I wouldn't mind throwing a couple bones their way. But we're on a schedule. We're on a budget around here. We'll just have to figure it out the hard way in the meantime. Of course, I had to put in all those details. What are you talking about? Could have gotten away with less. No, no. Let's see. All right. Just wanted to add a couple of random lines in here. Make this look more full. I think that's about all we need. Just about. Not quite, but just about. There we go. Now I'm happy with that. So we move on to something easier so that we feel as though we are making progress. So that is how you stay motivated. Well, sure, anybody could get motivated. But if you want to stay motivated, oh boy, then you got to be like, cool, I did that part. I accomplished something. Take take pride in every minor little accomplishment. Otherwise, you will find a mountain of work before you, which is insurmountable. But if you know the truth, that every stroke of the pen is a victory, and you will never become discouraged. See that? One stone done just like that, but not really. Boom, now one stone is done. Easy. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stones here. So I'm going to start with this 3. I guess I'll do half of them in 3 and half of them in 5. I'm sure it's easy to make a line crooked, huh? This Tyrant brand is pretty good. Every stroke of the pen is a victory. I didn't just draw a vine made stand. I drew a shit ton of vines. I did a lot. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, that is good. Oh wait, there's seven. Okay, I'm doing more than three. Oh boy, what did I draw there? Right, I don't like that. Just move it over a little. I'll do this in there as well. I wonder what moss is. Like algae or something. No idea what it is. I'm sure it's some sort of plant. Is it? I'm confused now. That's like to somebody who knows what it is, probably not very convincing moss, but it read to me, so. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's keep the moss in a three. Ah, damn it. Keep grabbing the 003. So it looks a little softer. That's funny. This guy sounds like Angela from Ark Enemy. Full ammunition. I'm just guessing it's a guy. I don't actually know. All right, here's the five. Oh boy. is the one. I am the one, the son of the sun, creator of light where the darkness prevails. Yeah, that will work quite nicely. This is the worst possible angle to be trying to hit. But I'm going to do it anyway because I wanted a shaky line. Might as well let your hand do the work. Almost there. Just need some dots. Dots for our stone. Dots for our stones. Random, random, dots are random. Oh, yeah. And now that's undefined, and I don't know if that's moss or dots. Let's put some dots. Yeah. Look at that ugly line over there. Huh, what a shame. It's alright, there's a bunch of them everywhere, so it's okay. No, I'm not digging this song. All right. Oh, man. Only question is if I should keep going. I really I think I want to do her face next. Crown in her face and her upper torso, but I don't want to be tired when I do it. I'm mm, kind of there already. Got a decision to make. Been waiting for that second wind to kick in. Hasn't been coming. That was a dumb intro. Or was that an exit? Yeah, those are nice lines. Why didn't I do them all like that? Ah, you know what? Oh, this was a missed opportunity. Let's fix it right now. Here and now, let's fix it. I think I'm gonna have to put yet another line in here. Yep, that's an awful coincidence. All right, that's okay. Shouldn't have done that. So it will work out. I'll make it work. Oh, can you guys see what I'm doing? I can't even tell. Okay, it does look better anyway. That was a mistake though. What I can do is do this to clarify what's going on over there. That one's not going to be in the drawing, but we'll draw it anyway. And we'll add another one. I'll break this up. That's that's good. Be better if I didn't mess that up, but it'll do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna mess that up. That's not encouraging me. I'll probably be more careful. Yeah, I'm kind of getting my second win. Feeling a little more energetic. Oh, what do I? I don't know. No, I'm gonna call it. I'm too hungry. I can't concentrate. No, I'm not. I'm really indecisive when I'm hungry. No, I'm gonna keep going. Make sure I grab the right pen this time. And let's go ahead and. If I don't talk while I'm doing this, it's because I'm very delicately concentrating and focusing on my breathing to make sure that Every line is exactly where it needs to be. It's real easy to put in too much detail uh, to a face, especially a feminine face. You can easily put way too much detail. And then have it look quite a fright. And that is something we definitely want to avoid. So we're just going to let in camera on my way. We're just going to let subtlety be our friend. And her eyebrows a little off, but that's okay. Is it? We can make this one a little bushier. Don't want to overdo it. I'm overdoing it. Even them out just a little bit. Just want to give her just a few little details in there. That's a face. Now we don't have to do that anymore. And we'll see how it looks when I erase. That's a little off, but that's the way it is now. And this is all a little crooked, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. Let's move up here a bit so we can get this hair. Some people will tell you this is exactly how not to draw hair. They're trying to save work. I'm trying to make it look amazing. Plus, she has to. She doesn't have to have black hair. It's going to be up to whoever colors it. But how can she be have a raven, a giant raven, and not be raven haired herself? Does that make sense to you? Should have been more careful. Oh no, these don't line up perfectly. That actually is a bit of a problem. Let's see what's going on here. It's pretty slight. Maybe I can erase it. No, but I can make this a little thicker. I can lower this just a tiny bit. And now it's much closer. I should have flipped the paper. These lines are not as nice as the ones on the other side. He says as it continues to make it worse. Oh well. How about that? Is that lined up? Yeah, yes, ish. Man, stopping and starting with this pen is garbage. I might be so inclined to clean it up with a little bit of black at the end. So like I said, we won't be applying any correctional fluid, no matter how tempted we might be. Looks like we got through that mostly. What can I say? I'm not Tim Visual. Now that's a guy I'd like to watch ink for a while. Get some tips off that guy. That would be amazing. Now, the idea here is if I use an art line to outliner, not only will she be bolder and stand out better, but she'll look more dynamic than the rest of the drawing as well. Which is what I would prefer. Of course, that's going to be up to my skill to determine whether or not I pull it off. We will see. Mm, must be better this way. Maybe this way. All right. Yes, I'm still listening, stupid. This is how I lined all my tattoos. At first, because I sucked. But then when I got better, because I liked it more anyway. Who the hell uses a static line? I'm sure if you're doing traditional, but a lot of guys would give you a stupid, ugly standard line, even if they weren't doing traditional. No matter what, it's like, okay, guess we learned nothing about art before we started tattooing. Fair enough. Look at how ugly I missed there. I can't believe I missed that too. Only thing I'm going to be able to do is go back in there, try to clean it up. Let's go back to that 003 and try to fix that error right there. I don't know why I stopped. I guess I thought that line was her dress. I guess I can pull up from the line I just made. Oh, this is fine. Although, now that I look at it, maybe this is wrong. Maybe it should be like this. Yeah, that makes her look like she has a little bit of boobs. She does. I'm glad I stuck around. I make it through that 2 hour hunger that just hits me suddenly. Seems like I'll probably be okay. Does it look like a coloring book yet? A coloring book page? Oh boy. Yeah. All right, now maybe I should call it. So I don't have the energy anymore, but that is an improvement for me. I've been going 2 hours consistently, and now I've been going 3 hours for the this last time and or this time and the time before. That's good. I don't want to wear myself out, and my shoulder is still not 100% recovered. So, guys, thank you for joining me. If you left me a message, uh, consider leaving me a message. It helps. And like and subscribe and share and all that stuff. Don't forget, when this is actually finished, it'll be on my subscribe star. Don't go there yet, or do. If you're, got some anticipation, because there's nothing quite on there yet. This will be the first thing, and there'll be a lot of other freebies coming soon. In the meantime, though, you could check out my launch cart store and get a T-shirt. That'd be dope. And there'll be a lot more T-shirt designs coming now that I got the tablet and I can actually work on that stuff without wearing myself so thin that I'm ready to self delete. 33, 40, 34, 40, 44, 45 hours on a damn computer mouse pad was absolutely no fun. The tablet is um, helps quite a damn lot. Um, so thanks, guys. Hopefully, I mean, I'm going to continue this until I finish it. Try to stream every day until I do. So I'll probably be back tomorrow. Hope to catch you then, but more important than anything, remember, guys, absolutely